Perfect.
Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. I actually ordered these like almost 2 months ago. I finally got the notification that they were delivered. So I'm gonna tell you about them. And then I'll probably do some like training footage at the end just so you can see how they hold up as well. Let's dive right into it. Let's go.
Perfect.
These look clean. I like them. They look good, especially right out of the box. I mean, the brand new Whey, it looks amazing. If you're new here, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to do a lot more content that's relevant to strength sports, Olympic lifting, powerlifting, CrossFit, things like that. I want to hop right into the specifics of this shoe. The whole point of the Savaleo is it's meant to kind of be a crossover shoe. It's meant to be a lifter, but it's also kind of targeted at that CrossFit audience. You can even see on the back, this would be helpful for something like handstand push-ups. It's a little bit more flexible than like especially like my Romaleos that I've gotten from Nike and things like that. It's definitely, I would say, more of a lifter than a cross-training shoe. I think this is best for those workouts that are either strictly lifting or it's something like a really heavy snatch within a Metcon, something to that effect. I don't know that I would wear this in a purely metabolic conditioning piece. I don't think it would make a lot of sense. It's definitely more lifter than it is trainer. And something I'm noticing is this is actually lighter than I would say any of the Romaleos I've had or held have been by quite a bit. It feels more like the weight of a regular training shoe. So another really big thing with these right off the bat is the cost. So these are about $100 or more less than the typical Romaleo. Not to mention you haven't been able to get your hands on Romaleos in a hot minute. So these are really good if you're looking to save some money. I think they're a little bit more accessible now, especially. So that's a huge plus for a lot of people, especially if you're looking for more of an introductory lifter. I think this would be an amazing option. I obviously got the white, but they're coming out with a lot of different colorways. I've seen some pretty cool ones, like the bright yellow, and I've seen the pink ones, things like that. Those are amazing. I actually really like the funky lifter aesthetic thing that a lot of the companies have been breaking into. I like it. I think it's fun, and I'm personally a little bit more of like a clean white, but I also think that the colors may be a little bit harder to get your hands on, so that's something to consider. A lot sleeker in person than I think I thought they would be. They're not clunky. It looks like a crossover between a Metcon and a Romaleo. Being said, something that a lot of people are commenting is how narrow the toe box is, and they've kind of eliminated the second strap that is typically on a Romaleo, and it's on a lot of lifters. I typically don't use the second strap too much. I don't adjust it much, but I think they did try to kind of make the toe box a little bit more narrow for that reason. I tend to do totally fine with Nike's fit. However, I have heard a lot of people with wider feet saying that this was not their favorite shoe. It wasn't very comfortable for them. And looking at it, that does make a lot of sense to me. So that may be something to consider. The thing that's kind of logistically going to maybe make a difference to some people and not others is the heel is slightly lower than some of the other traditional lifters, especially and namely the Romaleo. So this is only a few millimeters shorter. However, if you are someone that uses lifters specifically for ankle flexibility, this may be a consideration for you. It doesn't bother me too much, and I think it's still a totally fine lift. However, if you are specifically trying to correct that, this may feel differently for you. If you are a newer lifter, I don't really recommend getting a giant heel to try to overcompensate for any mobility that you may be lacking anyway. So if you are trying to kind of bridge that gap and still work on maybe some ankle mobility, things like that, getting into solid positions, maybe this is a good introductory shoe. However, if you are someone that is very experienced in the sport and you're kind of where you're going to be permanently with your ankle flexibility, this is slightly shorter on the heel elevation. So something I myself was a little bit worried about with this shoe is how wide the base was going to be, because the shoe itself looks so narrow, especially in the pictures online when you buy it, it looks a lot like a Metcon. So I was kind of worried that the bottom would be very small or it wouldn't feel as sturdy. And as you can see, this has a pretty solid base. So I was excited to see that this kind of heel box comes out even a little bit on the sides. And I like that a lot. I think this is going to feel super, super sturdy and all of that good stuff. I do want to throw in some training footage now so you guys can kind of see how these hold up. And I can talk a little bit more about how they feel in general. All right, so this is one of the first voiceovers I've ever done, so let me know if you guys like it. So I was training in these today, and even with the softer top, they were a lot more durable than I originally would have thought. So these are all synthetic leather, and all of the Romaleos and most kind of lifters are. However, the Savaleos had more of a broken-in feel right off the bat. So I usually have a pretty tough break-in period with shoes. I didn't really find that with these. They were really comfortable right away. So compared to the Romaleo 2s and Rom 3s as well, they're a lot lighter. They are more narrow. I will say that that is definitely true. But I did not notice a giant difference in stability. All of my lifts felt good. I didn't feel unstable any more than I normally do. However, more on that narrow fit, I will say I could tell. They definitely felt tight, and I got true to size, my normal size in Nike, and I don't even really wear socks when I lift. I like to feel the base a little bit more. So for it to be narrow on me, that's saying something. That is my dog criticizing my form per usual. As far as who I think these shoes are best for, I think CrossFitters who find they want lifters that they can wear in Metcons and have heavy lifting involved, like a 1 rep at the end, weightlifters who can't get their hands on other lifters or who want a more budget-friendly option, or basically anybody who wants a slightly lower lift in the heel of their lifter. I think these are a great option. I like them a lot, and I'm definitely going to keep them around. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe so you never miss any content from me, any reviews, things like that. Let me know what you think. Are you gonna buy these? Do you think that they're too Metconish? Do you think that they're going to kind of make more lifters like this in this style? Is this something that we're gonna see? Let me know, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.